be very careful, because your routines that I see, I'm like benzol, retinol, vitamin C in one routine at the same time. This one is annoying me. Anyway, calm down. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite esthetician again. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Amaka. Just subscribe. I would really love that. Not just subscribe, but always come back to watch. Right now I'm at the point of begging for subscribers and views. Please subscribe and watch. Anyway, today I'm talking about salicylic acid, aka BHA, beta hydroxyl acid. Did I pronounce that well? I guess so. I write it down. So yeah, I'm talking about it, everything that you need to know. Of course there's more, but everything that you need to know about it. So first of all, let's talk about what it is. It's an oil soluble chemical exfoliant. This is just my brief way of summarizing it. So by oil soluble means it loves oil, so it loves your pores very well. So what does salicylic acid do in a skincare product? Now, first one is it decongest your pores, as you can already tell by my description. And what happens is that in your pores are like little openings in your skin. You can see your pores. Inside your pores, what's happening there is far down there are your sebaceous glands. So what it does is it produces oil, and what is supposed to happen is these oils or sebum ordinarily is supposed to pass through the hair follicle, that's like a tube, and come out through your pores and lubricate your skin and prevent you from losing water. However, sometimes the dead skin on your stratum corneum that's supposed to exfoliate and go away gets trapped there. When that happens, it doesn't affect your sebaceous glands though. They don't know that one, they're still producing oil. So there's now dead skin and oil, and your pores become clogged. What now happens after that is what we call comedones. So that's your whitehead and blackheads as a result of clogged pores. Blackheads are open comedones, whereas whiteheads are closed comedones. Blackhead happens when there's an opening in the comedone and oxygen enters and it gets oxidated, leading to the black spots. Let's say spots, the black crust. Let's say it's a crust, the black thing. So what salicylic acid does, considering that is oil soluble, it loves oils and it dissolves in oils, it goes into your pores and dissolves all those things that is clogging it. So it dissolves the oils, allows the dead skin cells and other things that are trapped into the pores to come out of the skin and allow sebum to move in freely. So it's very good for people that have oily prone skin, people that have acne prone skin, because most times comedones is like the first step towards acne. So when comedones form and bacteria now goes there and starts breeding, it now blows up to full-time inflamed acne. It's very good for people that are managing acne, people that have oily skin, people that have people that are prone to blackhead and whitehead. Well, people that have oily skin a lot of times are prone to blackheads and whitehead because it just follows excess production of oil and dead skin cells equals to comedones. But anyway, it's just a very good way to maintain the overall health of your skin, especially if you have this skin type and these skin concerns. Now the second thing is it's a gentle exfoliant. So it is, now how it does that is that it is a desmolytic and a keratolytic. What that means is it can help to dissolve proteins in the stratum corneum and enables like dead skin cells slug off, and also it can loosen the glue, the epidermal lipids. Watch my video on skin barrier where I explained all of this. It can loosen the epidermal lipids to allow dead skin cell slug off as well, but it does this in the very surface level. It doesn't go deep into the skin to do its exfoliation. It just removes the surface dead skin cells, as opposed to AHAs. Don't worry, I'll do a video on the distinctions between AHAs and BHAs. It is anti-inflammatory, so it's a derivative of aspirin, and it calms down inflammation in the skin. For that reason, it is very good for skin concerns that are associated with inflammation and scales. For example, psoriasis, because it calms down the inflammation and helps to exfoliate those scales. Also very good for dandruff. So people that have dandruff, getting a shampoo with salicylic acid is very good. Neutrogena has one shampoo that has salicylic acid. That's the only one that I know. It's called a T-Sal something. We don't have it in store though. Then also things like seborrheic dermatitis, which also characterized by inflammation and scales. It can also reduce oil production in acne prone skin. And lastly, when I say lastly, this is the last one I have taken down. It has antiviral and antimicrobial and antibacterial properties. Now, so all this good stuff, what are the side effects? Like with anything, every ingredient has the potential of causing irritation and sensitivity. But it is more heightened in things that exfoliate the skin, because when it has to do with exfoliation, the effect of exfoliation is the thinning out of the stratum corneum, which is a good thing because it reveals younger and baby skin. It helps remove photo damaged skin. When you say photo damage, I mean damage that is as a result of sunlight photo hand in hand. So thinning out the stratum corneum is a good thing because it leaves like young baby skin, but it makes because the stratum corneum, as your skin barrier is now thinner, your skin is now more sensitive to the sun. However, there have been some studies that have shown that salicylic acid is photoprotective. What that study found was that applying salicylic acid just before going out in the sun gives some form of photoprotection. It makes sense. I'm not arguing with that though. But all I'm saying is that now, yes, that could happen, but because it has, on the one hand, thinned out the stratum corneum, it's still making your stratum corneum or making your skin still more sensitive to the sun. But that one is immaterial. Whether or not it protects or does not protect, it is not a sunscreen. Listen, it is not a sunscreen. Even if it has some photoprotective abilities, it is not a sunscreen. Please hear me. And also, even if it can protect you from the sun, it still thins out the stratum corneum in itself. Like if you take it independently of what other things they're saying, which in itself makes you more sensitive to the sun. So please use a sunscreen regardless. Also, because it's an exfoliant, it also makes you more sensitive to other products that you put on after it. So you just have to be careful, use it wisely. The approved dosage should be between 0.5 to 2%. Obviously, in clinics and hospitals, they can use like way above that in your chemical pills, but over the counter is between 0.5 to 2%. From experience, if you have oily skin and oily skin concerns, all those comedones, this one, that one, advise you use it in a 2%. Is more effective in a 2% formulation. If you have sensitive skin, dry skin, or you want it more because of its anti-inflammatory characteristic, then you can use like below that, maybe 0.5 thereabouts. But if you have really oily skin, I would advise you try the 2%. Then if it's too harsh for you, then you can step it down. So people that should avoid it, as I explained, the derivative of aspirin. So if you're allergic to aspirin, stay clear. If you have dry eczema prone skin, you should be wary about it. Maybe that should not be your first in line ingredient treatment plan. If you have very sensitive skin, if you have rosacea prone skin, so rosacea is already characterized with inflammation, redness, sensitivity, you don't want to put an exfoliant on top of it. So how do you use it? So salicylic acid could be used in wash-off forms or leave-on product. By wash-off I mean mask or as a face cleanser. By leave-on I mean toners, serums, or moisturizers. In wash-off form, you can use it once or twice a day, morning and night. You're fine. I would advise people that have maybe dry skin or sensitive skin to stick with this form of cleansing. If you have oilier skin and you have more pressing skin concerns that you need that salicylic acid to get in there, invest in leave-on products. Although it could work faster in the same breath, when something works faster, there's more likelihood of irritation. In leave-on form, it could be more drying and more irritating. So just just pick your struggle. Dry, sensitive, prone skin, or you just don't want a lot of irritation, stick with the wash-off form. If you have oily skin and your skin is tough and you just have more pressing skin concerns, stick with the leave-on form. But just know that you are more likely to develop sensitivity in a leave-on form. But overall, it all depends on the formulation of the product. Zapzit has a very gentle cleanser, 2% salicylic cleanser. It's all in the formulation, whereas some Neutrogena ones that have 2% and are just as active are a lot harsher. Like, I personally cannot tolerate the Neutrogena oil-free acne cleanser. I know a lot of people can tolerate it. It's a good product. It has fragrance. If you don't like fragrance, you want to stay clear. But for me, I found that too harsh for me. But then I could tolerate Zapzit one. They both have 2%, but formulated differently. It's all in the formulation. It's all in the formulation. I don't know how else I will explain this to you. It's not, the ingredient list will not say it all. That you use a product with 2% salicylic acid and it was drying on your skin does not mean your skin cannot tolerate 2% salicylic acid. It's about getting the right formulation. You get me? Also, you want to avoid using it around your eyes and around your neck, because these areas are thinner and they have less sebaceous glands. So what is salicylic acid doing there? What is it going to do? Where is the oil? You get the gist. You want to also be very careful when you're using other sensitizing ingredients in your routine. For example, if you're using like retinol, you're using benzoyl peroxide, just learn to balance it well. If you have a benzoyl peroxide leave-on product, you want to get salicylic acid in a wash-off form, just to prevent sensitivity. Just be careful when you are using other sensitizing products in your routine, so you don't just overdo it on your skin and your skin gets inflamed and your skin barrier gets disrupted and different things that you did not have before start happening to you. Be very careful, because your routines that I see, I'm like benzoyl, retinol, vitamin C in one routine at the same time. This one's annoying me. Anyway, calm down. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching up until this point, and I see you in my next video. What is it? Let me be on silent. Thank you guys for watching so much up until this point, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.